When I was a kid and would go to these like traditional ceremonies, that had like a huge influence in the music that I make now. I recorded Zenzile when I just come back from Berlin, it's back in South Africa. Zenzile is a song about transcending. I felt like when I came back home, that whole cycle was important, me leaving Golden Berlin and then coming back, like I realized that like it had to happen and I felt like I had transcended. And it's like my first time getting a song like remixed. Like you get nervous as an artist because it's like, this is my baby. But it's really cool, especially when it's getting remixed by someone that doesn't do like the same genre.
Have you ever made anything inspired by the UK?
Not yet, I won't lie. But like the sound has inspired me to be a better producer.
So Hannah's sound came from Birmingham. I think they just referred to it as bass house. It's like a little bit of garage, dubstep, and a little bit of house all thrown into the mix. She came from that era and that moment, and she's just taken it and ran with it, and now she's playing all over the world. When you go to a Hannah Wants gig, you expect to hear house, but with a bit of attitude.
There's definitely a connection between like the song and the visual. Even though like it's a remix, but like she was able to keep that, especially with what the lyrics are saying, like the water and stuff. That's really cool because I do talk about rivers. I do mention the word imifula in Zulu. Live venues are very important. Like that's where all the people that feel like outcasts used to go.
Local authorities are trying to shut places down. Massive clubs like The End, The Cross, Turnmills back in the day. Always wanted to play Cream in Liverpool. I used to see all my favourite DJs and I was like, oh my God, imagine if I could play here. And eventually I did, and it was like a dream come true, but last year they knocked it down and it was like, heartbreaking.
You started like wanting to be a DJ before like actually wanting to like make music.
Yeah, DJ first. It wasn't always me that wanted to be the DJ. It was actually my older brother. He used to like Italian house and like hardcore. And I was like 8, 9 years old, but I used to always have a go on his decks. Always listen to BBC Radio 1 here was a big thing, listen to Pete Tong. Yeah, that's what I was inspired by.
For me, like my dad was like a vinyl collector.
Yeah.
So he collects all this like African music, like Fela Kuti, Chico Twala. It came from like those jazz musicians that were in exile singing about the struggle back at home. That's like how electronic music in South Africa has always been. It's like you make people dance and at the same time you give them like a message.
House and techno starting in like Chicago and Detroit, but then came back to the UK. I think it started as a legal rave, but then developed into more official venues and events. Legendary clubs like Hacienda and Cream and obviously Ministry of Sound in London. Really UK-focused genres like jungle and drum and bass. From that, you got like garage and two-step.
The first time I came here, like all the stuff I knew was like from the internet. I didn't even know grime, really. I thought it was like, oh, that's UK rap. One cool thing I like about here is like it reminds me of home in the sense that you take something and you make it your own. I think traveling like has helped the way I view music and the way I view my own like creative process.